Welcome to Moose Plays, everyone. I'm the Liquor Moose. Today we'll be going over my Week 3 match of Season 3 of the PDL against London Luxrays, which is coached by my friend Matt. Our matches are always good. This one maybe not so much, but that's beside the point. Going over my team quickly, my first bring was a physically defensive Mudsdale with leftovers. It's rocking Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Rock Slide, and Toxic. No Protect this time. I felt like it really needed the rock coverage for things like Thunder's Tea and Braviary, which he didn't bring. Also, he's just here in general to deal with like the aforementioned Braviary. And then he also had Cobalion and Tyrantrum, which I felt this could take on relatively well, which he doesn't bring any of. Especially defensive Florges is meant to be to brick wall Sylveon. It does an okay job for Thunder's Tea, but the main thing was to try to wall Mega Latias, which he once again didn't end up bringing. This thing is rocking like a Cleric set with Aromatherapy, Wish, Toxic, and Moonblast with leftovers. Then we're running especially defensive Whimsicott with leftovers. This thing, when prepping, I was like, this was my hard counter to Thunder's Tea. Because I thought during previews, or like during the team building process that, I guess I'll get into it more in the match, but I figured that he would bring, for attacking moves, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, and Dark Pulse. But other than that, which, by the way, all three Whimsicott resist. That's why I figured this would be like hard counter. And the moves it's got Knock Off, U-Turn, Leech Seed, and Encore. I brought Megalop again, running Adamant once again, because Adamant outspeeds Matt's entire team, other than Excelgor, which timid Lopunny wasn't going to be able to outspeed anyways. So Adamant was a pretty easy decision there. Physically defensive Skarmory, by far best counter to Mamoswine. To an extent is also a decent counter to Chestnut, and physically attacking Drapion. And then I brought, we made a transaction this week, or I guess the week before, it took effect for week 3. We dropped Crawdon because I honestly just never really thought I was going to use it. We picked up Kyurem instead. It's got really good coverage and insane bulk in special attack and even attack. Like, its bulk is 125, 90, 90, which is really good, and both of its attacks are 130, so a mixed set is very, very plausible, especially with the moves it gets. This time though, we're bringing Modest Scarf, as it outspeeds Matt's entire team. It's carrying Draco Meteor for stab, and Ice Beam for stab as well. Bringing Flash Cannon as well to hit Sylveon and Mamoswine, and then Earth Power as the last coverage move, mostly hit Drapion, and can also hit Tyrantrum off a switch if I needed to. But anyways, looking at his team, I wasn't really sure what exactly his lead would be. It's common that Mamoswine could be a lead, or even Chestnut, which Skarmory deals with both relatively well. So I go ahead and lead it with Skarmory. Also, I went on the fast speed for the replay because this battle's really long. So if I don't have it on fast replay, this video is going to be forever. So anyways, he leads Thundurus, and I switch into what I think is the hard counter Whimsicott. So he does reveal to have Thunderbolt here, and like I said before, I kind of figured this would either be a Scarf set to deal with Lopunny and Azelf, or an Electrium Z set. So because of that, I am thinking all through my mind that his 3 moves, if he's Electrium Z set, it would be Nasty Plot, and then his 3 attacking moves would be Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Dark Pulse. And then if he was a Scarf set, he would replace Nasty Plot for what I assume to be HP Ice. So, expecting one of those moves in him to switch out, I just go for the Leech Seed to try to recover some health, and he reveals to have Sludge Wave. honestly had no idea that this thing could get Sludge Wave. I guess it's my own fault for not looking into what exact coverage this gets, because trust me, that comes in later this game as well. So anyways, what I assumed to be my hard counter to this is gone. So I went into here because Ice Beam can OHKO the Thunderous T. So he just switches out and goes to Sylveon, which is a decent move on his part. I do get lucky with the freeze here. The damage that I did to it though reveals that it is fully specially invested, like specially defensive investment. So from here until a little bit, we're gonna see some pretty standard moves. Other than here, I thought he was gonna Rapid Spin right away, so I wanted to try to set up rocks right away. Let's see, he Rapid Spins here. Honestly, we're gonna see some pretty standard stuff. And like honestly, the battle goes on like for a really long time. Other than I was expecting a poison attack there, so I tried going into Pointy here. He taunts, so I go away. So here, so me trying to get the drop on his Drapion here. I figure I'm gonna switch into Florges here, tank his Scald hit, because Florges is by far the best thing that can tank hits from Blastoise, and then I'm going to double into Kyurem to try to knock out his Drapion, just to make my life a lot easier. So, the first part of the plan goes well. What is unfortunate is that we do get a burn, however leftovers makes it fine. So, we do end up doing exactly what we want to do, and doubling into Kyurem. So, I assumed that he was an attacking set. I didn't know yet whether the damage that Knockoff did, I think, did he knock off Skarmory already? I know he does sometime in this game. Yeah, he did already. Okay, so, oops. The damage, don't worry about me hitting the mic. The damage that this did to Skarmory revealed that it was fully attack invested. I didn't know if this was had any HP investment or special defense investment, but on an attacking set, Draco Meteor is a guaranteed OHKO. After watching Matt's battle, I found out that this is max attack and max HP. So on that, Draco Meteor only has a chance to OHKO. And I literally leave him with 1%. So he knocks off my Choice Scarf, and this is a really bad time for me, because with my Choice Scarf gone, I no longer outspeed Thunderous T, so I could no longer offensively check it with Ice Beam. It's a really bad time to be Brandon right now. So he goes back into Aurora. I just try for the Ice Beam in case he did stay in, and I could pick up the knockout on that at least. Excuse me. And once again, we're just going to see a bunch of pretty standard stuff, like almost for the entirety of the match, really. Honestly, we could probably just fast forward a bunch of times. It's a bunch of times where we like trade off either Toxics or like Moonblast that don't knock out, or Aromatherapies and Wishes. Now that's a big thing for this match. This match really showcases how hard a Fairy type Cleric is to take out. So now here, I go into Mudsdale, expecting a Thunderbolt onto Skarmory, and admittedly, Matt Nasty Plots, good on him. So now, me still expecting for whatever reason that the best thing that he could use to hit Mudsdale's HP Ice, I stay in, and he can learn Grass Knot as well. So there goes two of my Pokemon. Honestly, looking pretty bleak at this point for Team Bumbadump. And then this happens. So he goes into Chestnut here. I was honestly expecting, with how quick he went into Chestnut, I was honestly expecting him to be carrying Rocky Helmet. Turns out he does not. This Lopunny just did not do a whole lot to it. So I'm gonna go back into Skarmory. I'm gonna try to like bluff the Flying type move here, even though I think I've already revealed Iron Head, but I haven't revealed Defog yet, because he didn't bring hazards of his own. I think maybe Mamoswine had them, but Mamoswine never used it this match, so I was faking the flying type attack. But here's a bunch of times where oh god, I can't think. Sylveon just keeps staying frozen. Can't get unfrozen. I do heal up on the Kyurem with the Wish. So I try... Oh no, it's not this time yet. So with him being frozen, I figure I can like try to buff up on power-up punches to try to kill. So now I'm just trying to gauge damage and figure out that this is for sure max defensive. Drain Punch does a ridiculous amount. So I go into Forges here, I believe. Yeah. Once again, like still just a bunch of standard play. Just a bunch of stuff happens. I think it's here where like I try going into Lopunny again, or soon. Oh no, I wish into Lopunny. So yeah, I switch into Lopunny here. Oh, I apologize. And I was hoping that he wouldn't thaw out to Hyper Voice and kill. Luckily, he clicked Wish instead of Hyper Voice, so I pressured it. But then once again, he just goes back into Chestnut. And I have no... my attacks on Lopunny this match were Fake Out, Power Up Punch, Return, and High Jump Kick. So I don't even have an Elemental Punch to try to hit it. But even that doesn't matter because with the way Stab and super effective hits work, Return actually does more damage than a super effective Elemental Punch would with Lopunny. So honestly, not worth it unless Matt had like a 4 times weakness to one of the Elemental Punches. So once again, we're just gonna be going like so many turns of just like general standard play that it's like not really all that funny. Like there's just a bunch of turns where the fairies go back and forth with Wishes, Toxics, and Heal Bells for him, Aromatherapy for me, and then like Moonblast from my side and Hyper Voice from his side. Like seriously, fairies just won't die. So here, no. Okay, so go back into... Sorry, this is the battle actually took place a little while ago. This is pretty late in the week when I'm recording. But yeah, we just keep going back and forth with some pretty standard stuff. So yeah, like I healed up there. So here, I was predicting a knockoff. I figured he would want to try to knock off the leftovers off of Florges. So I go into Lopunny, and I do end up getting a kill on this Drapion. With the Power Up Punch, and of course when he has Chestnut it doesn't really matter. So I tried pressuring this. I want to see how much Drain Punch can do to it, and it's a little too much. But I know I still outspeed, even though he goes into Sylveon here. Honestly, wasn't really the greatest battle on my side. As we see, like, so here he goes into Zeus, Thunderous. So here he's gonna like Thunderbolt, Sludge Wave. I'm gonna try to Wish. I think I do click Wish here. Or no, I Moonblasted. And I finally get the special attack drop after so many Moonblasts before. You might not have seen them, but I think I skipped a bunch of turns where I did Moonblast and there was like nothing. I think this is where I'm trying to get rid of this Sylveon, so I know I need to like I know I needed to try to like Moonblast. In order for my Lopunny to switch onto the Sylveon, I needed the Sylveon to be at half attack or less. So I needed to get 2 special attack drops on it before I could safely switch Lopunny into it. So here, the Thunder's is going to pick up another kill, which I guess from this range at +2, Thunderbolt was a pretty easy click for him, regardless of what I sent out. The Wish doesn't really do anything because it hits Sturdy, and honestly, once Skarmory goes down, I realize it's pretty much game. I don't think I have an out, really, other than a misplay by Matt. So, like, that's the only reason I continue to battle, just hoping that Matt might misplay somewhere along the line. But honestly, there was no point, really, in continuing the match at this point. Other than showcasing just how stupidly fucking resilient Sylveon and and Florges are in this match. The two of them, they end up being the last two in the match. So right here is when I try to. I need to make a move. I can't just let like if I just have Sylveon and Florges try to out grind each other, I guess is the right word. I will lose. Like not just Florges versus Sylveon, but I will lose the match. So I need to get Sylveon down to half attack in order for Lopunny to be able to survive a Hyper Voice. So that's what I'm trying to go for here. I think I get it here. Yeah. So I get the -2 here. So now I safely go into Lopunny. I think. Oh no, I wish into Lopunny. That's what happens. So he also wishes. So surprise, surprise. Guess who's gonna go into is Chestnut. So really, this does nothing. Honestly, like I did not play very well. I played quite predictably. Even Matt in his video, he said that he called me a predictable player. So, so Matt, if you're watching this, hopefully be prepared for some spice whenever we meet in the playoffs. Might try to. I think I just need to just change up the style of how I play, because admittedly I do like to play. I play predictably, not for ease or lack of skill. It's always for safety. I always try to make the safe plays, and sometimes that's just the predictable plays. So yeah, I was able to knock out the Blastoise with Lopunny with return after a Power Punch. But honestly, so here once again, we're gonna see that Sylveon and Lopunny are gonna, or not Sylveon, Sylveon and Florges are gonna go on a standoff because these two fairies just won't die. So pretty soon, I think it's turn 101. Spoilers, we do make the 100 mark. At turn 101, I just try to make. I see that this match is going nowhere, one way or the other. So someone needs to make some sort of move on whether, just to progress the match forward, basically. So I try predicting into Lopunny without hoping that he didn't click Hyper Voice, but he does, and then I realize that it's definitely game at that point. This can't touch a max, especially defensive Sylveon. So we do go for a couple more turns after that, but I just end up forfeiting a couple turns after, because I realize that once again these stupid fucking fairies just won't die. So Team Bump and Dump is at 2-1 on the season now. This match unfortunately brings our differential only to +1. Not the greatest differential, but currently after week 3, I'm still in 8th place. Which by the old playoff standards is playoffs. I think we're doing something slightly. We might be doing something slightly different. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, so that was that match. I know the week before I had said that mine and Matt's matches are always good. Normally they are. This one, not so much. I did not prep very well. I ended up I prepped on a Monday, and I did all of my teamwork then, and then we didn't battle until Sunday, and I didn't touch or even look at the team until then, really. Also didn't practice, so that was an issue. Also, because Matt's a league convener, I had to tell him the week before that I was going to pick up Kyurem, so he did have a bit of extra time to prep specifically for Kyurem, and I did want to test out whether Kyurem would be good enough when properly, when prepped for, basically. But ended up just not doing that. I think if that Sylveon wasn't there, Kyurem probably would have wrecked shop, or even if it had killed Drapion with the Draco Meteor. I think I would have at least been able to offensively pressure Thundurus more times than I actually could. I think the match would have gone a little bit differently had Kyurem still had its Scarf on. But anyways, so after 3 weeks, we're 2-1. My week 4 match will be against Baker's Dozen, which is Brad's team. So keep your eye on the channel for that battle. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.